There's this scene in one of the Rocky films in which Sylvester Stallone is talking to his son following a heated argument in the middle of a street. And he says this to his son at the end of this conversation. He says, "Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, nobody gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That is how winning is done." Now this reminds me of something that Charles Swindoll noted, in that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how we react to it. You see, to experience any success, some failure has to come before the experience of success. Because you can't possibly do what needs to be done to be successful if you aren't willing to fail. You have to be able to embrace failure and also be persistent throughout those experiences. Because if there's one thing I've learned through my own journey, it is this: failure, setbacks, obstacles, in the grand scheme of things, none of that matters. What truly does is how you see them, how you interpret them, and how you react to them. It's by focusing on one of the things that is in your control, which is your attitude. Your attitude to the events, to what happens in your life. It's what Stallone said in that Rocky film. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Making friends with failure and being persistent in your journey. Because when you focus on what you can't control, you become paralyzed by thought. But when you focus on what you can control, not only do you begin to feel more empowered, but action fuels you. 90% of people give up right before they are about to succeed. Don't let that be you. Don't give up, don't give in too soon. Be persistent. Push through those obstacles, challenges, and failures. Because let me tell you something right now. There are two failures in life. The first is never testing your ideas, thoughts, or insights because you're waiting until that perfect moment. You're waiting until things are 100% ready for you. The second type of failure is this: being bold, adventurous, and experimental. Now, the first teaches you nothing and often becomes the biggest regret of many. However, when you fail in the second, you learn valuable lessons about yourself and deepen your wisdom so that you can come back stronger, wiser, and with more insights than before you had begun. And this is one of the reasons why failure and persistence are powerful characteristics and traits of the most successful individuals and businesses in society. Because you learn less from just thinking about getting into action, but more from the actual doing. I'm not sure if you've heard about this fascinating statistic about Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, who also happens to hold the record for the most misses at an incredibly staggering 14,481. That's nearly 15,000 misses in his entire basketball history. Here's the lesson. If someone is better than you at something, further ahead than you at something, it is likely that they have failed more times than you have, because it is through those failures that they are growing. It is through those failures that they become talented, because it's the mistakes that teach them that failure can often be life's greatest teacher. They succeed simply because they kept going while everyone else took the easy option of quitting. And before I finish this video, I want to leave you with a powerful quote by J.K. Rowling, an author that got rejected so many times by publishers before she finally got accepted and got her novels around the Harry Potter series published. She said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something unless you have lived so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all." So here's my question to you. What are you going to fail at this week? And how are you going to expand your comfort zone? Thank you very much for watching. Click the like button below and subscribe if you haven't already. And leave a comment so I know how you enjoyed this video and perhaps some thoughts on what you would like to see in future videos. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.